First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second. Down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This is taken around the 12. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The 24-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Falcons' 42-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw again. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
Julio Jones all alone. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 98 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, these guys are already extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Buccaneers nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points on. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The first down screen pass, good for 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
21-0, our score after 1.
Buccaneers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
1-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At the 47-yard line.
They run with Howard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Running with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll pull it down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's the option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Number 34, Jordan.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Rolling to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Logan. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keelan Doss, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 25-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. One-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Flush to his right, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he signed the 40. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. 39-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all observed their lessons.
This one caught by Ridley, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll drop this one down to Cohen, and they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. He finds some open field here. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bucs trying on fourth down to come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him. Best, go get the quarterback.
Side completion to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now this throw caught left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's another Falcon.
Now back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by one more. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the top. Pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It's pulled in at the 32. Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. But this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw again. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.